What up, though? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Professor Curt. Still, the first official week of preseason is upon us. On today's show, we preview who needs to step it up for the Lions in Friday's matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. We are on our way to 3,000 subscribers and currently sit at 2919. Shout out to our channel members, man. If you don't know, here you go. We got T-Bone Locke, Sean Bird, Lauren Vander S, Brent DeWitt, Mary Smith, and Mr. John Martin. Hey, man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. But let me bring in my co-host for today. Man, y'all see that bucket hat out there in front of Ford Field? It's the hardest working man down there in Jackson, Michigan. He's cooking meals. He's coaching kids. He's running fades. He's showing people how to run fades. And real soon, you got that whole life. Slaking up policies, man. It's the Wolverine. Who?
You forgot one thing. And I'm going to be opening a little food trailer, man. On the gym property, you know what I'm saying? So, Coach Mike Jones, what's going on, Lion fans?
Man, I tell you, that dude got so many jobs. It's crazy, man. And of course, it's your auntie's favorite Detroit Lions content creator, the owner and inventor of Thursdays on Instagram.
It's sure Tupperware?
Yeah, man. Chocolate Thunder himself, LL Cool Toys. What's going on, my dude?
What's up, everybody? These twos is for Coach Mike's $2 steaks he gonna be selling.
Man, y'all know what day it is. It's hump day, baby. And you know how our show works, man. If you don't know, we look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up with that big blade dance. If we disagree, we say they are balled on. We give our reasons why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here. You're not going to get that first take. You ain't get that speak or whatever, or first right, whatever the name is. None of that stuff, man. We're going to give you our true thoughts and opinions about what's going on with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. And if LL ain't yawning because it's 5-something in the morning, look at his face. Because if we saying some messed up crap, LL's face is going to tell it because he ain't going to agree. And he going to say, man, that's a mess, man. His boy can't play poker or bid with to save his life. But anyway, that's how we get down here on today's show.
I'm too young to play bid with.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. But our bid,
you gotta have you learn how to play bid with at the AARP meeting.
I know how to play bid with.
You be at the AARP meeting.
I got my card. Them discounts is lovely. Hey, wait,
it wasn't a diss.
Hey, man, preseason. We got the game Friday, right?
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. We're not gonna have a show tomorrow, but preseason is upon us, man. And shout out to my daughter Sharice. Friday's her birthday too, so she birthday and the preseason games is on tap, man. But let's talk about who needs to step it up on offense because these are getting to the critical preseason games where these guys have got to make statements to try to make the last few spots on the roster. So, Coach Jones, man, you got your opinions. You were very vocal in the chat as soon as that question came up of who needs to step up. So, you up first, my guy, man. Step to the stage, man, and tell us who needs to step up on the offense.
Yeah, and I'm not a person who's like necessarily hard on these draft picks, but I'm a person who I need to see something. I got to see progression. And first, I'm going to go first with the most obvious one. Y'all know who it is. Double H. Hendon Hooker. And it's sad, though. I'm going to say it is sad that out of the, like I let y'all know, man, out of the 4 games of preseason that he's had to play, he's only had the opportunity to really get a start in that 3rd preseason game last year, which is basically, just seeing who might be left to kind of add on to the roster, kind of filling those 49, 50, 51, 52, spots on the roster, man. And we just haven't seen Hendon Hooker get a steady go with the backups. You know what, and or with the twos, man. And last game, you could probably say, well, we really weren't gonna see a whole lot of the second string, out there playing. We weren't gonna see a whole lot of, the team in itself. We were gonna see a lot of the new guys, a lot of, and things like that, man. But we finally get to see it, man. Like we finally get to, with our own eyes, not what the coaching staff saying, not what reports are. But we want to see with our own eyes how it looks with Hendon Hooker as the backup quarterback. And now some people like LL might be like, they've been trying to hold Hendon Hooker back because Hendon Hooker look better than Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? But because I know how you be thinking. Yeah, man. But so Hendon Hooker, man, I just want to see, is he getting the offense? Does he have the calls down? Does he get them lined up? Is he making the right changes when he sees the defense shifting? Does he audible out of plays? Does he maybe move a receiver from the slot over here to the slot over there just to mess up how the defense lines up? Just can he control that? So that's one thing. Another player that I want to see Giovanni Manu. Like okay, so Dan Skipper ain't gonna play, buddy. Okay, and Jamarco Jones is listed as Penei Sewell's backup. So that means you about to get some second team reps, my brother. So we're about to see you on full display. And I just want people to know that I wasn't just like harsh on Manu on the Hall of Fame game. I did see that he did make some I'm saying he did make some plays, make some blocks, but I seen way too much of this. Like look, my brother, you can that's for Pee Wee football. Okay, we hit people over here. So I just want to see more him engaged and more him picking up the calls and because we all know he has the athletic talent. You have the athletic talent where you can stay with these speedy, athletic edge rushers. I think that's why they drafted him, And another guy that I want to see, I don't know his name, because I don't know who he's going to be yet, but we want to see who also the backup to the backup center is. Because we all know, like, Graham Glasgow and Tate Ratledge. But what if something happens with them? You know what I'm saying? What if one of them, what if Graham goes down or something like that? Like, who do we count on? We can't count on two starters and one's the backup. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the actual backup? And can we feel confident enough that if something did happen to Glasgow, that you could slide in there? Because right now it'd be a whole mix-up. Because if Graham go out, then you're like, all right, well, we can slide Tate in there. But now who come to right guard? Oh, Wooster can go to right guard. Now we're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So can we just get a solid backup? So that's Kingsley Ekukon. Is it Tristan Colin? I don't know, but that's what we want to see.
Dude's name is Cologne. He's Hispanic, not Colin. Don't do that to him, man.
Colin.
It's Cologne. It's Cologne, man. Like you spray on yourself.
Look,
Cologne.
My name is Colin. I'm gonna call him Colin. Okay,
you so
my
stupid.
bad. Tristan Cologne, my bad. And also, like, for last but not least, Kobe Sorsdahl. You've been all over this line. Are you finna get cut in this final cut down after preseason game 3? I don't know, man. But do you guys have anybody that you want to add in there? Or these are guys that you want to see? I basically want to see the backup quarterback, and I want to see this offensive line. That's what I'm most concerned about. I'm not so much concerned about the running backs, the receivers, and the tight end. I need to see who's the backup quarterback and what are these backup offensive linemen going to do with themselves? So,
all right, I feel you on that, man. I give you a boss up on that because guess who I had? Because I took some notes down, man. Yeah, I agree. Hendon Hooker needs to step it up on Friday. But honestly, I think Kyle Allen needs to get it together too and cut down on those turnovers. One guy I want to see Jacob Sailors. I liked him in the UFL with the Battle Hawks. I hope he can make some plays to increase his chances of at least making the practice squad. But two names that you said, Corby Solsdahl and Giovanni Manu, really need to show up strong to keep fans patient, to keep some fans from losing their patience with these two young fellas. Because you look at, Brad Holmes moved up for Manu. You look, what he did, traded up to get this big fella, and you want to see him make his progression. It's his second year in the league. You want to see him progress. He's a big fella. We saw all the workout tapes and him working with Taylor Decker. Now he needs to show on the field. So I agree with you 100%. He needs to step it up. But Corby Solsdahl, like you said, I think the reports out of the Meyer Performance Center the other day was he was playing guard again because he
looked okay.
He's been tackle, he's been guard, but showing me in practice and showing me out there on the field is two different things. If you show it to me in joint practice, I can get that because when you get your, you keep going to get your teammates, you can kind of get their tendencies sometimes. And, you look at it, not saying that you can't beat them, just off of your ability, but that after you practice with someone against someone so many times, so many reps, their tendencies and you can adjust. Yeah. So I was going to see what he can do against the Atlanta Falcons, but, and reports are that they're going to play their backups as well. I know at least the quarterbacks are not going to play on Friday. I know Penix and Kirk Cousins are not going to play against the Lions. So but I agree with you. Like I said, I give you a big bossed up on those names because I had the same names. What you got, LL?
Yeah, I give both of y'all a big boss up, and that's because I agree with those, but slightly in a different way because Manu, they've been telling us about Manu that he wasn't ready. We got to see something, blah, blah. And then we kind of heard, he looks night and day from when he first came and, and he looked okay in that first preseason game. A little bit, Kobe Sorsdahl as well. Like I've seen clips of him and, I won't say ball, it wasn't baldy, but just different breakdowns of him. He wasn't that bad either, but, that's just showing progression is what we should see. But I just add a name. I add two names, one from kind of like Coach Mike or from y'all's standpoint and one from a different standpoint. One is Dominic Lovett. I just want to see him do better. He didn't play the worst game. He played like a rookie in the preseason game, but, it was like, ugh, so, to step up some, show them hands, don't let nobody take the ball from you, all that kind of stuff, go out there and, do that, because I had heard a lot of positive or read a lot of positive things about him. So, let's see that step up some a little bit. And just from a different standpoint, I just want to see him keep going and see him doing good. And that's, that big body Cybertruck, Isaac T-Slaw or whatever it is. I just want to see him play. I want to see him and Hendon Hooker play. I want to see how that goes and, see him keep going up. You already hear the report saying that, hopefully I'm not spoiling this as a part of anybody's story later, but allegedly he's been playing with the first team because Kwame Tim Patrick has been struggling a little bit. So, let's see how high, let's see how far it can go then. You know what I'm saying? We heard about him. We heard, all this. He wore the thing, his jersey to the meeting and all that other stuff. So let's see if he's going to play. Let's see it.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content out to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. Hey, that Boss Up Ball Out merch shop is now available. You can find the link in the description of the video and on the home page of the channel. Put in the code Boss Up Ball Out 10 at checkout. When you spend $45, you get 10% off any item. And then, channel members, you get 15% off your entire purchase. Check the community tab for the discount code or the link for the coupon. And hey, man, just excited to get that thing off the ground. All right, now it's time to talk about who needs to stepping up on defense. So he was last the first segment. Now he's first in the second segment. It's my man LL Cool Toys. All right, my man, who you got? Who needs to step it up on defense?
I feel like a lot of those names are hurt. Like the ones kind of, I don't want to say that are important, but like maybe a Josh Pascal or Ennis Rakestraw or somebody. But I'm gonna kind of do how I did last time. One from like the you need to get this thing going type thing, and one from I want to see you keep going type of thing. So the one that you need to, we already know. It's my dog, Big Broderick. Man, I want to see you step up, man. You're getting all the opportunity in the world. People's calling your name in a positive way now. So, I want to see you step up. I want to see you take a step into that. You know what I'm saying? You have a clear there is a open spot for a role and that he would fit into perfectly if he can actually play that role. So, I want to see you step into that role. Take your shoulders and bring them down just a tad. Something, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it has to be, just use your quads, man. You know what I'm saying? Just sit it down just a tad, and I hopefully it'll at least change how it looks. You know what I'm saying? But he stood in there pretty big in that first preseason game. So I want to see him step up because everything else maybe counting on that. But the other one from where I want to see him keep going, and that's that Scorpion King. That's Ahmed Hassani. I like him, man. I want to see him keep going. He's another guy who we get reports that he's working with. I got two names like this, but he's working with he's been looking really good. But the one name that's been working with the first name that I was gonna say is Curt's boy. With them roll 'em ups, and that's Keith Cooper, KC out there. And boy, as my brother used to call people, anything with KC initials, KC Masterpiece. I haven't seen it, but all things say that he's been out there wrecking shop. So, I'm happy. I'm glad to see. I'm excited to see. I want to see what he's gonna look like because, of course, what is 6'5", 280, perfect for that. Whatever they call that, crunch the can or whatever it is, it's perfect for that. And he's allegedly been, been shining well, been playing well in that. It's a role maybe, like a tweener type, like what they was doing with John Comiskey, about around the same size and all that kind of stuff. So let's see it, Casey. Go ahead and grab your pack of smokes and step on out there, man. I want to see how far it goes. So who need, at least in my standpoint, or what do you guys think about that? Project Martin needs to actually show us something to stick around, and then Ahmed Hassanin, our two young edge players, Ahmed Hassanin and that boy KC. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see how far it can go with those guys. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Keith Cooper smoked them Newport 100s, man. I'll give you a boss up on that, man. I got one name to add to that. DiCaprio Boodle. Now, they say he stood out on practice on Monday, but he really needs to step up his coverage, man, if he wants to have a shot at making this team. A fifth-year veteran shouldn't look that bad in a preseason game. But I agree with you. Broderick Martin showed some promise against the Chargers, man, but I'd like to see him create some more plays, in the defense, on the defensive line against the Falcons. I got to give you one more name. Lawrence Strickland. Lawrence Strickland kind of surprised me. He gave up that first touchdown on that first drive against the Chargers. I was like, hey, you need to tighten that up, brother. I do like the young guys, I like Ahmad Hassanin. I like what he did, man, and he's showing so much promise, man. He's taking that tutelage from Hutch and other players and really putting it out there on the field. He's a quick learner. And then, Newport King, Keith Cooper, got their old school name. I do like the young fella, and I see the reports coming out of the My Performance Center as well that he's really stepping up. So I like those two young fellas. We'll see what he can get done. He definitely flashed in the Hall of Fame game. Oh, yeah. It wasn't like phenomenal, but you saw him out there making plays. So I agree with you 100%, man. You get that big boss stuff from your boy Curt still on that one, man. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, I like everything you said, LL. I'm on Big Broderick Martin's side. I just want people to get that clear. I'm on Hendon Hooker's side. I'm on Big Broderick's side. And you know what, Curt, shame on you, because why would you even wish that upon anybody? You a hater.
He got to show me something. Show me something.
Yeah. But you know what, Big Broderick, man, it's time, man. Show us them yoga and the Pilates classes been paying off and get lower. You know, command that double team. That's all we want to see. That's a big step. Is make it so you have to be double teamed because you was getting blew off your marker on one-on-one blocks. So just command that double team, right? You command that double team, you taking the proper steps in the right direction. Let's see here. You know what? Also, I want to see how Zach Cunningham looks, you know, because he really is our only other versatile linebacker out there besides Anzalone. Zach Cunningham is the only guy who can really cover like that. He's the only linebacker that we would be like, all right, you cover him if Anzalone ain't playing. I don't feel comfortable with Derek Barnes covering no running back or no tight end. I don't feel comfortable. I don't necessarily feel comfortable yet with Jack Campbell covering the slot guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. No, you don't. So, like I said, Zach Cunningham, you got to show me a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, because I know you can tackle. I know you bought that life because you got the stats to back it up. You was a man on the Eagles, man. You was, so, hey, let me see something. And then last but not least, I want to see who's going to be that fifth safety to make the team. I want to see who's going to be that. Ian Kelly, come on, my brother. Come on, Ian Kelly. I'm rooting for you, man.
Yeah, Ian Kelly is a good dude, man. Yeah, we'll see. I ain't messing with Coach, man. You a fool. I ain't messing with Coach. You a fool, man. Hey, y'all, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. Like I said, man, hey, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, man. It's free. It's free. It's $3.99 and 50 free cents. Become a channel member. Now, that ain't free, so you got to pay a little bit to become a channel member, but you get some benefits with that as well. So, you get that members only content. We do one of those a month for you guys, and of course you get the discounts and you get a couple other things, man. So go ahead and check out the channel membership on the homepage of the channel, man. And y'all know who the Boss Up Ball Out podcast is brought to you by. It's brought to you by Dubby Energy Drink, packed with brain boosting amino acids and vitamins, and most importantly, no sugar. It gets you pumped for tackling your daily tasks. Costs you about $1 per drink, and it's a great alternative to coffee or canned beverages with no crashes or jitters. Check out the video description for the link to buy yourself some Dubby. Use that code BOSSUPBALLOUTPOD for 10% off your order. Power your day with Dubby. All right, now it's time to get into our injury updates, man. And we're going to see, I'm sorry, that's the wrong banner. There we go. And let's see who's going to be, what's going on with the injury updates with the Detroit Lions. Taylor Decker continues to practice in limited capacity. He's only doing individual drills right now, so he hasn't, been out there for team drills. According to Dan Campbell, man, we know that Ennis Rakestraw went down the other day and practiced with a shoulder injury, and he's expected to miss some significant time. There is no timetable for his return. There's no kind of update of him going on the IR or anything as that nature, but this is going to be a minute. My man T.A. Turner Arnold is still being held out of practice with a hamstring injury, along with Dan Skipper, who has been out with an ankle injury. He rolled his ankle. He got rolled up on during the Hall of Fame game. And now Monday, there was a physical practice, man. Defensive lineman Pat O'Connor is being evaluated for a leg injury. The guy that LL mentioned need to step up on offense. We may not see him on Friday because Dominic Lovett is being evaluated for abdominal injury. And another guy that was brought up, Jamarco Jones, is being evaluated for ankle injury. So these guys, we may not see these guys on Friday just because, they may, we'll see if they practice today, but we may not see them. We'll hear from Dan Campbell after this show. We're probably going to hear before this show, so you'll see what's going on with that. But right now, our updates is what we have. On Monday, the Lions placed safety Dan Jackson on the injured reserve list. His season is pretty much in jeopardy of being gone. For all accounts right now, he is out with a leg injury and for the foreseeable future being on IR. The Lions waived injured running back Kyle Robichaud, who cleared waivers yesterday, and he reverted to the IR. I feel bad for the rookie Dan Jackson, man, for losing. I think he's going to lose his rookie season to a leg injury. And he's the first Lion to suffer a season-ending injury during training camp. They've waived some players with some injury settlements, and some of those guys, like we talked about, Robichaud, reverted to IR. But most of those players, really, the guys that they waived with injury settlements, they didn't have a really shot at making the roster in the first place. So, c'est la vie. Good luck to y'all. In other news, the Lions added former Michigan Panthers cornerback DJ Miller and cornerback Luke Barku, I think is how you say his name, to fill those roster spots of Dan Jackson and Robichaud. So that's what's going on the Lions injury and personnel front. Still, I mean, I don't think Dan Jackson was going to be a starter in the first place because we already know you got Kirby and you got that B2 bomber. I already don't think he was the second string safety at this point. But I don't think he wasn't going to be playing for Maddox. I don't think he was in front of Lawrence Strickland. I can be honest with you. But what do you guys think about
Coach?
Yeah, with the injury up there. There you go. Well, I'm gonna get Coach on it there. What do you think about what's going on on the injury front?
Man, that's unfortunate though, man. Man, Jackson, you kind of messed up my omen. But you know what? It's not too bad on an injury basis. There are a couple guys that that got released and a couple guys that got put on IR. But you know what? They did give Jackson a little payment settlement, so he could be back. There is a small chance that he could be back toward the end of the year. But you know what? Everything else, man, I'm cool with, because it just means that Giovanni Manu's gonna get a lot more tick if Jamarco Jones is down, because Jamarco Jones down, Dan Skipper down. That means Manu is finna get a full slate of activity on Friday. So I liked that, man. Not that I'm wishing anything bad on anybody. I'm just saying the opportunity is opening up for the big fella to shine, and I love to see big fella shine. So yeah.
Okay. You want to see 59 out there? You know what I'm saying? I see what you're saying. All right, what you got, LL?
59-50.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Dirty Dan Jackson. But some of those other injuries don't seem to be as bad. The injuries that I'm more concerned about, the ones I mentioned earlier, the players that, we actually gonna count on a little bit more, like Pascal and stuff like that. We already kind of know that that's gonna be a while on those. So good to hear, some of those is, just go ahead and get it out the way. Come on back when you can. It's camp. That's how it goes. But one thing is what you had said about Manu, like with his opportunity. I probably should have mentioned that earlier as well. But I think this is going to be a good game for him because, I don't know if they playing or not, but Atlanta drafted them 2 young pass rushers. So, they're going to be trying to get them, a lot of time and a lot of exposure if they are playing. So, it could be pretty big for our boy Manu and Sorsdal. If Sorsdal may be some kind of backup tackle in some capacity, because I don't know who may be behind Manu, as far as especially with this injury stuff. I don't know who may be behind Manu, but could be a big day for both of those gentlemen.
I think Heron's going to get a lot of run, saying he comes up if he's available for Friday as well. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Hey, man, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. All these things help us get this content out to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself, man. Hey, if you haven't done so already, make sure you do what? Follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms. My man, Coach Jones, does a great job, man. He had a good short the other day talking about potential of trying to add someone else to the roster. I'll let you go over there and check it out. Of course, man, I post content from this channel on all of my social media platforms, man. And it's hump day, baby, which means it's Thursday Eve over there on LL's Instagram page. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. He's got that preseason special going on, man, on Thursday. So make sure you go and check that thing out. Man, I tell you that, man, the old school the other day, man, like Gatorade in a glass bottle, man. I tell you about that, man. It was old school, man. Hey,
That's fun.
you know, if you're a Gen X guy like me, you know what I'm saying, go check that thing out. I tell you, man, we remember Gatorade in a glass bottle, man. Them like my commercials. Anyway, man, now we're time for party shots, man. Coach Jones, what you got for the people on this hump day?
I just want to say these lights are shining bright today, man, because it's hot. I'm sweating. I don't know what the hell is going on. But you know what, man? Preseason is getting thick. Is getting to the thick of things, man. And we finally get to evaluate with the full roster. I think we now as Lion fans are more tuned in to the roster and the backups because we had so many last year and we was like, who was that? Who was that? We was running to the computer trying to see what number he was and who's that lining up. And it just gave us appreciation for the backups, man. So now I think more Lion fans will be tuned in to see exactly who makes the roster, who looks good. And yeah, man, we about that life, man. It's football time. Can I please get some snaps?
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. All right, man. Come on, LL. Talk about that burrito, baby.
No burrito today, baby. No, but happy Wednesday, y'all. Coach Mike said give him some snaps. I will say give me some snacks because I like the sweet treats and the chips and the cookies and all that stuff. But have a great day, man. Don't let whatever it is weigh you down too much. Just know the next day is always another day. And, you know, just say thank you to whoever you say thank you to, you know, for every moment.
All right, man. Like I said, it's always good on this hump day, baby. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Boss Up All Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. A lot of agreement today, man. We was all on the same page today. We ain't have a lot of off the beaten path. You know, we had these wild takes. You know what I'm saying? Not today. We kind of agreed today. But hey, if you're having a good day on a hump day, because it could be hard sometimes, because that Wednesday be long. It's the middle of the week. Please spread this joy to someone else, man, because you never know when a small kind word can go and change someone's outlook on their day or maybe even their life. If you're not having a good day, please, I beg of you, please don't steal someone else's joy. And of course, whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones with Geronimo hanging out with LL Cool Torrance. This is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.